Today I would like to introduce the Opus Mega 1 power bank. It's small, it's portable, it's got a lot of power, and it's really going to help you in a lot of different situations that we're going to talk about in today's video. The Mega 1 is an affordable emergency power station for home backup. But home backup is just the beginning. A portable power station is not just good for homeowners, it's good for outdoor enthusiasts, it's good for people who have medical conditions where they need backup power in case the grid goes down. And so it's really important to have something like this just to be prepared. Not paranoid, prepared. One of the reasons why my wife and I decided to get into homesteading in the first place was to be more prepared in case there are difficult situations. That could be financial, war, downgrid situations, who knows? But there are a lot of reasons why it's wise to be prepared. And we're not typical preppers, but we're probably more prepared than most people because we have a garden that we grow a lot of our own food out of. I've cut, split, and stacked enough firewood to get us through at least 2 years of burning wood inside our house. So we don't really worry that much about heating our home since we heat our house with wood, and it's a small house and firewood does a great job. We also have a furnace in our basement. Our furnace runs off of this 1,000-gallon propane tank. We use this as backup. We also have chickens that give us a lot of eggs each day. They also create compost to feed our garden. So we take food very seriously. We take heating our home very seriously, but we've never really looked into an alternative source for electricity until now. When you unbox the Mega 1, you're going to notice it comes with a user manual. That's really important. And all of the cords that you're going to need. You want to hold the power button down for 3 to 4 seconds in order to turn it on. And notice I left this little sticky thing on. I'll take that off. When I first turned on the Mega 1 in my house, I noticed it was at 62% out of the box, so it wasn't fully charged. I plugged it into the wall, and within about 20 to 25 minutes, it was back to 100%. As a matter of fact, this will charge to 100% in less than 1 hour. Let's check out the Mega 1 features. The Mega 1 has 1,024 watt capacity, 2,000 watt output power, and 4,500 peak surge power. It weighs less than 28 pounds. You'll also find 4 USB-A ports, 2 USB-C ports. Then on this side, you have a 12-volt DC car outlet and 2 DC 5521 ports. Another cool feature about this power station is that if I don't want any power going to these ports, I simply turn them off with this button here. This AC button controls these 4 AC ports down here, and this DC button controls these DC ports up here. There are 5 ways to charge the Mega 1. Solar, AC input, AC and solar input, car input, or a traditional generator. On the left side of the Mega 1, you'll notice that there's a port for extra batteries. You can add batteries to this to increase its battery power found on the Opus website. Moving to the right side, you'll notice that there's a solar/car input. It does come with the cables to connect to the car and to connect to solar panels, which is super cool. Then it also has the AC charge. So when I plug this into the wall in my house, that's where I would use that port. It's right here. Let me show you some of the practical ways that you can use the Mega 1. One of the most practical ways to use this is charging your cell phone. If you don't have power somewhere, whether you're camping or the power goes out at your home, you're going to want something that's going to charge your cell phone so you can remain in contact and communicate with other people. I also plan on using this to charge my laptop. I work on my laptop almost daily, sometimes for several hours. While working on my laptop, I like to be outside if I can, and that means I need some kind of power source. Maybe I'll sit down by my fire pit. Sometimes I sit on my deck. Other times I'm in my gazebo. But either way, I like to be outside in nature if I can. That's my favorite office. And that means I'm going to need a portable power station that I didn't have before. If the power goes out, we need to save our food. We have a lot of food in this old upright freezer. Here's some of the vegetables we already harvested this season. We have a lot left to go. This whole box is filled with venison. That's another way I'm prepared, is by actually going out and hunting. This box right here has 40 quarts of green beans we've harvested from our garden. We've got fish over here, more venison in the door down there. That's one of our freezers. We also have one inside our home and at another location. So if the power goes out, we're going to need to keep our food that we worked so hard to get in good condition. And this is important whether you homestead or not. If you have an apartment and you've got your fridge and freezer filled with food that you paid for, you don't want that stuff to go bad. Another great use for a portable power bank is your power tools. There's going to be times when you are not by a power source and you need to either charge your batteries or plug in one of your power tools, at least temporarily, to get a job done or to keep it progressing the way you want to. The same thing happened here with this chicken coop. I built the frame of this chicken coop in the garage. Then I invited a few friends over to help me get it down here, which required us to lift it into my pickup truck, drive the truck down here, and drop it off where you see it now. But where it is now is not really anywhere close to a power source unless you have really long extension cords. So I ended up getting out all my extension cords, running them all the way into the house. It took probably at least 3, if not 4 of them just to get into the house, and then put on some splitters for the different things to charge. And it really cut into the time of setting up and getting to work on here, and it was just a pain. If I would have had the Mega 1 sitting right here, kind of like this, I could have charged up the tools that required batteries and at least use some of the other tools that I could plug directly into here for a short period of time. Having the Mega 1 could also come in handy if you're building tree stands out in the woods, which I've done. The batteries die, you have to go back to a power source. But if you can plug your batteries in right there, it's really going to save you some time and keep the job going along. There are also other practical things to consider as well, like lighting up your outdoor spaces. I currently have Edison lights on our deck, and our house unfortunately doesn't have any external outlets, meaning we need a source, otherwise we have to run an extension cord through the door or through the window, which is not practical at all. So we like having a power station outside that we can easily lift in and out when we need to. Then of course there are more serious practical applications like medical needs. If you have a medical device that requires electricity, that stuff is obviously very important. This one may not pertain to you as much. I'm a really big advocate on having a wall tent and a wood stove, just as a portable, mobile place that you can live. Have your stove for heat, you can cook on your stove. I haven't gotten one yet, but I would love to purchase a really nice wall tent someday. And the other piece of the puzzle is having something electric that you can plug into for your phone and other things, even your coffee machine if you're camping. If you're an overlander type of camper where you drive your ATV or your truck or whatever into remote areas, having something like this is nice. It's also nice just for the general car camper. You can keep this in your tent. You can keep it in a camper if the site does not offer electricity. You'll at least keep your lights on, maybe your fridge running for a while. And it's just nice to have something like this in those situations. So the next step for us on our homestead is to purchase solar panels that we can connect to this so we're a little bit more self-reliant. I can plug this into my house. We are connected to the grid, but if the grid goes down, how do we recharge this device? You can charge it in your car or a regular generator, but I think having solar panels is the way to go. You can purchase those on the Opus websites as well. If you would like to check out more Opus products, maybe you want a bigger power bank, they have those on their website as well. They've got the Mega 2, 3, and 5. Maybe you need something that's going to power a camper or a house or something for a longer period of time. There are those options on their website as well. I'll link the Opus website down in the description. If you're interested in purchasing the Mega 1, look here, listen up. This is really important because they've got a really good deal going on right now. If you want to save hundreds of dollars on this device, in the meantime, between now and October 9th, you can save $200 by purchasing the Mega 1. So you can get this one right here for $499, which is a bargain. It is a steal if you compare this to other comparable power stations. Do your research and check out the other ones, see how much they are for the same type of specs, and you'll be shocked at how affordable this one is. Opus has a really cool program called Opus Help. Opus Help is a program where 5% of the sales that Opus receives from selling these devices goes to people with energy needs. These people need energy assistance for whatever reason. I think it's really cool that instead of collecting that money and just increasing their profits, they're willing to be generous and donate that money to people who need it. So 5% of every sale to this company, Opus, goes to people who need it. Let's talk about gas generators, the conventional generators that many people have and still use today. They have their time and place, don't get me wrong, but this is the future. These electric power banks are the future because once you have this set up, maybe with additional batteries, if you need it, maybe you've got them linked into solar panels, so you've got good, clean, renewable energy. But the gas generators are noisy. I think that's my biggest complaint is I can't stand the noise. There's maintenance involved, obviously, because it's an engine, it's a motor, it's going to break down. And then you've also got the issue of constantly having to refill it with gas. So get out there, check it out, see if the Mega 1 is right for you. It probably is because it's mobile, it's affordable, It's something everybody can use no matter where you live. I just happen to be a regular guy on the homestead explaining how we're going to use this and some of the features that we really appreciate. But I'm sure some of the features you appreciate might be different, but you can still use the Opus Mega 1 in any situation. Thanks for watching.